Okej. Zobaczymy jak z tym mikrofonem, dobra? Dzięki Ci bardzo. No, wiesz co, nie. Dzięki. Za dużo przedmiotów w ręku. Nie jest, jeszcze ludzie się schodzą w ogóle. I tak długo w Bydgoszczy nic nie podjesz konkretną już 128. I oczywiście jak woźny charakteryzuje betę, nie będzie z tego sposób. O co tu chodzi? Nie, będzie przykro, strasznie. No dzień dobry koledzy. On stąd wychodzi, nie? Wątpliwości, nie? Zawsze wychodzi, zawsze. Can we close the door? Nie, właśnie nie chcę mieć mikrofonu. Okej. Działa? Nie, włączone czerwone jest. Zalane. Jest jak zwykle. A te działają? Okay. So I have a first question. Do you want me to speak English?
Really?
Really?
Damn.
Oh, damn. We can try in Polish? Are you ready? Yeah?
But seriously.
No, but seriously. In English. Okay. So, can we close the door, please? There's an issue with microphone. I hate speaking in microphone because I hate standing in one place. And these don't work, so it's a tricky thing. The next tricky thing is that I hope that there will be less people on audience, so I wanted you to ask to come closer to me. But in this case, I think that it will be hard. I will dance here because I can't move. These are the only mics I have. Okay? But I am honest. I'm doing a lot of stuff with my hands. Okay, so at first I would like to tell you who I am. So I am Scrum Master and Agile Guide in SCEN. SCEN is a software house in Poland and Netherlands. I am working day after day in Wrocław with two teams, two Scrum teams. Both of them has 7 people on board. So I have directly 14 people I'm working with, and I am a Scrum guide or Agile guide for 4 other Scrum Masters. I am not a coach, because you know, coaches are people who say, team members, yes, sportsmen, how to work, how to do, what to do, because they want to achieve a goal. And being a coach can't be, is totally different than being a Scrum Master. Scrum Master is a person who totally cannot say people what to do. And on my laptop there is a sticker and there is a main thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, okay. Main thing, so ask the team. Yeah, it's impossible to be right when you have 14 people on board. They have to be right. And this is one of the rules I believe in, so this is why I'm not a coach, I'm a guide. And so I would like to start, I want to code how do we save time thanks to Scrum meetings. You know what developers says always, 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 in every company I was working in. So I don't want to be on this meeting, I want to code. Coding is my job. Can we just stop meetings? Yeah, just code. It's tricky because meetings are part of your job. Yeah, I'm saying about your job because I'm not a developer. I didn't write a line of a code in my life, but I know how it works. So you know what is the biggest, really biggest problem of meetings? Do you have any idea?
This is the question to you.
This is the question to you.
Okay, so?
Okay, so?
Okay, too long. And?
Okay, too long. And?
Context switches. Oh
Context switches, oh my God. It means that you have one meeting for many things. Okay, it's even worse. Okay. Any other ideas? Yeah?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Any other ideas? I think, yeah, what? No agenda, more agenda, yeah, you know. Okay, so in my opinion, and mostly when I am talking to people, they say that meetings are time consuming. Yeah, we're spending so much time. Yeah, and this is normal. We do things we don't want to do. We are developers. We aren't people who are involved in integration with other people. We have our computers, our screens, we want to code. But not today. And I understand that meetings are time consuming. And do you know why meetings are time consuming?
The question to you.
The question to you.
Once again?
Once again?
They are too long and?
They are too long and?
Yeah, so okay.
Yeah, so okay. They are time consuming, they are too long, they have no agenda, more items. Okay. Yeah, and this is what I realized, yeah? Yeah. They are mostly very time consuming because people are not prepared on these meetings. I don't know if you know this company called Toyota. Toyota has there is one of the rules in Toyota that if you want to do something, you have to be prepared. Yeah? So if you want to achieve a goal in Toyota, and the goal is an improvement, for example, and you know that there are a lot of stakeholders on a meeting, you are asking them before the meeting, what do they think about these changes? Yeah? So on a meeting, you are well prepared because you have arguments to tell them why it is a good idea. This is how Toyota works. So they are well prepared on the meetings, so they are not wasting their time. But it is strictly connected with Linear and with TPS. This is what they believe. They don't want to waste. They want to continuously improve. And do you know why people are not prepared on meetings?
They are surprised? Yeah.
They are surprised? Yeah, of course. We all know managers. Yeah, hello, we are going for a meeting. Me? Why? Why? I don't know, you're the first developer I met. Come on, go on. We're going. Yeah, and who will be on this meeting? I don't know. Some directors or something. But come on. Yeah. Do you know why people are not prepared on the meetings? Yeah. Exactly. People don't care.
Exactly.
Exactly. But the question is, why people don't care?
Because
meetings are not valuable. Why? Do you know why? Because I was wondering and I was asking myself, yeah, the exercise 9 whys, and there was why? So this is what I'm doing to you right now. And people don't feel meetings are valuable.
And
I was wondering why and how to add value to the meetings.
Do you know?
Do you have any idea? What would you like to have on the meetings to feel that they are valuable? It was nice to meet you. Okay.
Bring some measurable results. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense, right? Because we don't have any influence on the result.
I don't believe in measures.
I don't believe in measures and in metrics. I'm Scrum Master. I don't care in numbers.
Okay, so
they have to have a goal. Yeah, the result of a meeting. Yeah, that's true, and that's true too. That we have to have an impact on something. Yeah. So first of all, we have to be decision makers. Yeah, when we are on a meeting, we want to. An example. I don't know how is your experience, but I was working in a bank. It was a horrible time in my life. Worst time ever. I did it only for 6 months. And then I don't want to come back there. There were a lot of meetings. And on some meetings, people were invited, and developers were invited. They were sitting and discussing with managers of the product, with people who were labeling themselves as product owners, with some CEO level and even higher level. And then there was, what do you think? And the developer was saying, okay, I think we should do this, this, and this. Okay, we don't want to do this here. So what for? We started to discussions to talk about solutions, yeah, results, and we cannot implement these results because someone says this is not the politics of our bank. So it was wasting our time. Nobody treated us as experts, even if we were these experts. So the first thing, if you want to make meetings valuable, you have to put decisions on the side of people who you are invited, because they are experts. This is why you invited them. So we should stop wasting time and start Scrum. Yeah, I know. Nobody believes me, but it works. The first thing is that Scrum defines roles and responsibilities. I know everybody knows about it because Scrum Guide is only 18 pages, so it's not so hard to read it, but it's really hard to implement and to believe and to understand how it works. So if you work Scrum, you say, okay, you are developers, you are Scrum Master, you are a product owner, you're equal. Nobody has the button here, yeah, and can't just push it, and nothing will explode. Yeah? There's no one-person management, one-person control. Everybody who is involved has their own responsibilities. Yeah, people are responsible about how they want to work and how they want to deliver. People are responsible for what is going to be delivered as the next, and people are responsible for how to work in the process to make it better and to help people improve. So Scrum, because Scrum says, okay, this is your responsibility. You are a decision maker. Scrum says that you have to be engaged. Yeah, it's not like, okay, I'm a developer, I'm working from 8 to 16 and over and see you next day. No, it's not about making overtime, no. But it means that during these 8 hours, we are involved and engaged what we are doing, because our decisions have impact on future of our product. Yeah, always. Because we are experts. And domain expert doesn't mean for me that you are experts in a specific domain the product is connected with, so financial or medical or something like this. No, the technology you are working in makes you an expert. If you are, I don't know, PHP developer, senior, it means that you exactly know what should be done next according to the architecture, for example, yeah? Because you know that you cannot start with this, you have to start with this, and you have to tell your product owner that you cannot start with this PBI, so product backlog item, but you have to start with something else, because it's ridiculous to start in a different way. Yeah? And this is what does it mean to be a domain expert. You are a developer, every tester is a developer, UX designer is a developer, everybody in Scrum team, in dev team in Scrum is the developer, but every person has their own main domain they are working in. And Scrum doesn't have space for waste, yeah? In Scrum you're not meeting for meeting, because it's not for this. Meetings have always a result, and this is very important. And meetings are dedicated to specific roles, so you are decision makers. This is why Scrum is always improvement, because all the people who are working in a team has impact on what's going to happen in next day or next iteration. So how do we save time thanks to Scrum meetings? In Scrum, there are defined goals and artifacts, yeah? And every meeting has a result. It's not like we're going for the meeting and there's nothing gonna change, yeah? Everything can change after this meeting, because the meeting is dedicated to specific thing, yeah? And it's always a result, and this is very important, because you don't have this feeling that you're wasting your time. And the main reason why Scrum leaves you with feeling that you're not wasting your time is that you have time boxes. So.
Can you go back with the slide, please? I need to make a call just
You're welcome. Okay, so
and it's
said in Scrum Guide, you know, 18 pages. All you need are, yeah, daily. You all know daily, yeah. You know, of course, daily review, retrospective, planning, and refinement session. Refinement session is in a meeting. This is why it is on red. But this is the time when you are taking care of a backlog. So you have to meet. So this is why I just put it here, but I will tell you more about refining sessions when there will be a time on slides, you know. Okay. So let's go with this. Daily. 15 minutes. You know what's going to happen after 15 minutes on daily? You can just, if you're standing, it's fine. If you're not, you can just stand from your chair and say goodbye and leave the room. Always. I'm working with, as I said, 14 people. And our daily is from 7 to 12 minutes. Daily is answering for 3 questions. What I did yesterday, what I'm going to do for today, and what is the crap I have problem with. But this is not the moment when you are resolving the problem. This is not, okay, I have a problem with this. Okay, so let's discuss. No, not at all. You're not doing this on daily, because it's not the time for this, yeah? Daily is the time when you're communicating that something is no yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I know. My product owner is English speaking only, and we were in Teams, we were talking that something is nie tak, and he said, so what does it mean that something is wrong? But it doesn't mean like wrong. Yeah, it means literally no yes. So on daily you're saying that, okay, something is no yes. Yeah, and we have to speak about it. Yeah, we have to talk. After this meeting, we have to talk what is no yes and what is the reason why something just, exploded or something. But it is not the meeting for reporting. Yeah, you are not reporting. It's not like, okay, that you have a queue and you have one person, second, third, and others. No, you should think about daily, like about talking about value you're delivering. Yeah. So you're saying, okay, so I'm working on this feature. This is what I did yesterday. I'm going to do this next thing right now, and today after the daily, and he's going to help me. So the next person is the guy who is going to help you. Yeah, because it's quite natural that you are talking about the features you are working on, not about people. Yeah, because this is the moment when you are planning your work, not planning the day for every person. It's not like this. And this is possible in 15 minutes.
Review.
Bang. Review.
1 hour for a week.
1 hour for a week of a sprint.
Okay, so I have a
question to you.
How long
takes your review?
do you have reviews?
Do you have reviews?
You have reviews.
You have reviews. Okay. Almost everyone called review demo. It's not demonstration. Yeah? Review is, like you can say, inspect the increment. What does it mean? It means that you are talking. There is no person who can say, okay, I confirm it's good. No. There is no it's not a confirmation meeting. It's a meeting when you are sitting and discussing about what was delivered, what were the problems, what were impediments, what are the results, and why it happened. Yeah, and this is the moment when you have to have a feedback after this. Yeah, this is the feedback meeting. Because you are talking about the increment, about what new was delivered and how we can improve our product. This is why we are meeting. This is not that someone will say, oh, I confirm, but I don't confirm this because this is blue and it should be red. I told you so.
It's not like this.
It's not like this. So the question is, more than 1 hour per week of a sprint. So how long did it take? How long do you need time? How much time do you need to have a review?
I
don't know because I'm not thinking about the time. In Scrum, you are not thinking about the time of a sprint, but about the sprint and an effort. But our sprints are 3 weeks, and our review takes less than 30 minutes. Because on the review, you can demonstrate, of course, the increment. So you are demonstrating the software you are delivering for 3 weeks, yeah? So how many items you are able to deliver during 3 weeks? And is it really needed more than 1 hour per week of a sprint? It means that review can take, in our situation, 3 hours. And it is the maximum box, yeah? It's not like you have to waste your 3 hours. No, you can use 3 hours, but the longest review we had was 40 minutes. Because what you delivered is working, tested software, clickable. If something isn't clickable, you don't need to talk about it, because it's not delivered, it's not done. Retrospective, my favorite. You know why? Retrospective is the only meeting when Scrum Master has voice. I like to talk. Okay. Max 45 minutes per week of the sprint. Inspect teamwork and relations, plan improvements. What does it mean? For whom is this meeting? Yeah, which team? Dev team or Scrum team? That's true. For Scrum team, so for all of the people, yeah, for product owner, Scrum Master, and all developers. What does it mean that we are inspecting teamwork? Okay. I see that you have great retrospectives. And what does it mean that we are expecting relations? Yeah, and the next conclusion is you have great transparency. Okay, so at first, retrospective is the meeting when Scrum Master isn't only a facilitator, but this is the moment when they can speak. And this is a very important moment, because Scrum Master sees what other people don't see. Because Scrum Master is a person who has to observe. Yeah? So it's horrible. In my case, because you know, Fear Inoculum was released on the 30th of August of Tool. 13 years of waiting, and now I cannot just listen all day at work because I have to listen what people are talking about on open space. It's very sad. I really like Tool. And I have to observe what's going on open space, how people are talking, about what they are talking, because the first moment when you can see the risk, the problem, that something is no yes, you can see this on your open space when people start to discuss. So this is why good Scrum Master doesn't have anything to listen to, any headphones or something like this. You are always ready to help people. This is your job, yeah? So this is why it's very important to be on this meeting, because you have a voice and you can say, okay, guys, but I saw this, this, and this. You cannot remember about it, but it's true. Inspecting teamwork and relations means, to be honest, inspect the transparency in the team. It means that all the people can say, all the people, everything about what happened during this sprint. Yeah, and it's not like you are shit, piece of shit, but your code was piece of shit, and it made my work longer, harder. Yeah, you didn't talk to me. You didn't say that you have a problem. I asked you a few times, but you didn't want to talk to me about it. If you have, or this is the moment when the good retrospectives has some exercises, you know, people are just writing something on post-its and something like this. And good retrospectives have this characteristic thing that Scrum Master can push people to write everything in transparent way. And sometimes it's even better that something just came out, no matter who wrote down on post-it, but it is just put it to the table. Then this is important, yeah? When we discover things, because we can be honest, and we can say everything, and this is transparency. And you know, in Scrum there is 3 main pillars. This is transparency, yeah? And this is the beginning, when we can say what is scrappy, or what is great. It's always the same, but if it's great, we cannot improve, or it's harder to improve. But you have transparency, then you have adoption, yeah? And if you have adoption, you say, okay, this was crappy, we can make a change here, yeah? In a transparent way.
Yeah? We're learning.
Yeah? We're learning. Scrum is about learning. Yeah? Because this is why we have retrospectives, and this is why we have reviews. We are learning. We have space to improve our work, our product, because we get feedback. This is this moment, and this is why it's so important. And retrospective at the beginning, when I started working with teams, took us more than 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it was, you know, like a river of cries and tears and blames, and you know, the worst person. Do you know who was the worst person?
Product owner, always.
Product owner, always product owner.
Come on.
Come on. But that time we had a product owner who was pushing teams, so he was making pressure. He doesn't work with us anymore. And this was the tricky thing, and this was the problem. Okay, planning. My favorite. Okay, 2 hours per week of the sprint. Do you know the situations when planning took 2 days?
Of course.
Of course. Who knows this kind of situation? Or 1 day?
I am
Oh
very
my
sorry
God.
for you. Really.
I am very sorry for you, really.
Our planning,
Our planning,
40 minutes for 3 hours.
40 minutes for 3 week sprint, yeah.
1 hour for 2 weeks.
1 hour for 2 week sprint, yeah, great. It means that you're working maintenance in maintenance mode on your product.
And
Yeah.
this is the plan.
And
what we are
this
going
is the
to
plan, what we are going to deliver. And this is the moment when we establish how we are going to deliver and achieve the sprint goal. And to be honest, planning has 2 parts. First part is when you're committing to product owner that you're going to deliver the scope. And the second, in my opinion, much more important thing is when you're sitting together in a dev team and you are splitting your PBIs on tasks, subtasks, and you are assigning them to yourselves. And you're saying, okay, I commit to do this, and to do this, and to do this, and other. Yeah, this is the work for dev team. And this is the moment how. Yeah, what is going to be implemented is done with product owner. But how is on your side. And nobody can tell you how. Nobody. If in the PBI is a description about how, you should delete it. At the beginning, at the first part of planning with PO, you can say, okay, just... You can delete it. Because the only person who knows how is a developer. This is developer's responsibility. Nobody can tell you how. Because you are responsible for delivery.
Refinement sessions.
Refinement sessions. Refinement session. Refinement is a process. Scrum Guide says, because there was a grooming before, and in 2017 the Scrum Guide changed and there is a refinement as a process. And refinement means that we are meeting, we are, in part of our time we are spending on taking care of our backlog, so preparing stuff to do in the future. Yeah? So this is the moment when you are talking about what is going to be delivered, what is the value, what is the user story, what do you need to have in your description, what requires do you need API calls, do you need mockups, do you need anything else. This is the moment when you say, okay, we can estimate it as in the beginning, yeah, but this is the estimation from refining session, isn't the last estimation. This is just the first guess, yeah, about overview you see it there, and the last estimation you can do on planning. So this is the moment when you are preparing your product to be delivered. And if it's, it is said that it's 10% of the whole sprint time. In our situation, it means that we have 1.5 days during 3 week sprint to refine stuff, to have ready stuff to do in the future. We are not using so much, but we are well prepared on plannings. So our plannings are taking us 40 minutes, hour and a half more sometimes. Because we know. There are sometimes there are situations. Oh, and there is no possibility to have a task or the item in backlog which is set investigation. Yeah, there is no investigation items. The items you are going to deliver, you are committing to. Yeah? The investigation items are spikes, and you could add them to the sprint and have some time for investigation, but they don't have any estimates. So if you don't know, for example, on refining session how to manage something or deliver a feature, you're just using a spike. And this is quite important, that you're not guessing. And refinement sessions are a process. Yeah, there are parts of the process, maintenance process, when we are working on a product. This is why these meetings are part of your job, because on these meetings, you're committing that you know everything to deliver. And you can be sure that the only people you can blame that something went wrong because there was something missing is you. because you made the decision that it's okay and we are going with this. Shit.
Okay, so it means...
Okay, so it means, like you can see, that Scrum limits the number of meetings, and to be honest, these time boxes, the maximum part, are used by teams who are not mature in Scrum. So at the beginning, when you are trying with Scrum, sometimes it is possible that meetings will take so much time, but when someone says, okay, we have 2 weeks sprint and we are not able to have a planning for 4 hours, or it means that you made something wrong there. Yeah, that something is no yes. That you are not well prepared on refining sessions and your PBIs aren't prepared, so we are not able to commit to anything in the time box that is just said in Scrum Guide. So you have only few meetings, you have the time boxes. It means that you have about 2 days from the 10-day sprint on meetings. Yeah? And this is set. Okay, this is the maximum time you can spend on meetings because it's enough.
And
as you can see, it's only possible when you are engaged, when you are taking your responsibility for the delivery and you want to deliver the good quality features. Yeah, because you have a lot of time to discuss and to be sure that you know what's going to happen. Because Scrum says you know about it. Yeah, you don't need to waste much time and other people's time. You don't need to go on any other meeting. Everything is divided on roles, responsibilities, and artifacts of Scrum Guide, so it's okay. And this is all what you need.
Anything else
Anything else is needed.
thank you.
And I want to thank you.